8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm laughing because someone's just disappeared. Brilliant. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. This is the first members fans forum. Nick is not turned up yet, but he should be on his way. If there's anybody else who's interested in joining the show who's a paying member, please drop a message in the chat now, and we'll be able to get you the link sent ASAP if you want to come on tonight or in the future, because we're going to make this a weekly thing. It's another perk of paying a membership to the channel, which is as little as 99p. Might have to change it to 199 going forward. I don't know yet. I'm trying to keep it as low as possible. But if you are, enjoying any of our shows, please hit the subscribe button as well, guys, and hit the thumbs up button. It really does help with the algorithm and really helps to push this channel forward. And like I said, I want to do a lot more for you guys. So the only way I can do it is by you guys being generous. So hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, become a member, or donate via the $sign in the bottom right hand corner. Anything from £1 upwards, honestly, it makes a massive difference. You have no idea. Let's bring the motley crew in. Gary.
Hello. All right.
Gary's got some lovely stories about his customers now, recognizing them at his door for more than one reason now. He's not just the Rintons man, he's the Through Black and White Eyes man as well.
The YouTube man now.
The YouTube man now. Brilliant.
Unbelievable. It's happening every day. Every day.
Crazy. It's crazy. I never thought anything like this would ever happen, to be honest with you, when I started this. It's just mental.
I'm getting invited into houses and saying, oh, they're on the screen.
Just don't go upstairs.
I know.
Mauro, how are you?
Good evening, guys. Fine. Thank you.
Had a bit of surgery yesterday on your tooth?
Yeah, a bit better today. Getting better.
Good. No Callum Wilson incident. It was planned.
This one was planned, yeah.
And let's bring Nick in, our first paying member, fan forum fan.
Right,
how are you doing, pal?
All right.
I'm not bad.
Second time on the show now. Obviously the other half, not the better half, the other half to Nick and Caitlin.
I would say the better half, like.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would, but we're not.
No, she's the better half.
Oh, that's what we're saying. Love it. Off to a cracker. Good evening, guys, says Spider. Evening, lads. Hope you're all well. We are. There's the link. It is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you would like to become a member, hit that and then choose what option you want to do. Evening chat says, Heat Seeker, it's nice to have you back, pal. I don't know if that's a new account or not. But evening, pal. Evening all. Blade, you wanted to come on. Let me know if you want to come on tonight or in the future. We ran out of time chatting at the end of the show last night, but Twitter or the email address, drop me a message and we can get you on. Mags Brad's right. I need to get him done as a mod. I need to set him up. Add as moderator. Done. Mags, you are a mod. You might need to go out and come back in again for it to work. I don't know. Evening says angry. Evening. Good evening. And evening. Do you know what it sounds like? Boris Johnson.
Oh.
The bumblefoot. Evening. Good evening. Another good evening. Ari Baz and Guides. We'll get to the end soon. Laughing. Evening. Caitlin and the boss. You're getting called the boss now. Caitlin's going to be fuming with that one.
No, Caitlin's the boss. She wears the pants.
Hey, you've gone very quiet now you're on live. When you're in that chat.
She's in the room. She's painting next to us. So
she's waiting to slap you, isn't she? She's just waiting for it.
With her paintbrush.
I love it. Owen, we're going to come to transfers. Don't worry, pal. Let's see if Caitlin is ruthless with her comments towards Nick as he is to her. Yes, it's going to be very interesting. Cheers, mate. No worries. It's my sim racing account. Missed last few shows due to racing. Cool. What's your race? Sim racing. Does anyone know what sim racing is? Is it like go-karting or? I don't know.
Well, simulation thing online.
It could be, yeah. Hi to Baz and all. Looks like it's going to be a great start to a great show. It will be. Nick's on here. It's going to be fantastic. Something came up, Baz, but I'll try and jump on in the future. Happy days, mate. Like I say, there's my Twitter account. There's an email address in the description. Just let me know how you want me to send you a link for the future, pal. Right. Transfers. Ooh. Angry Larry, thank you so much for becoming a member, pal. Really appreciate that. That's out of nowhere. So thank you very much for that. And if you want to come on a show in the future, let us know, please. But I was sent a lot of information from Stevie this morning. So we got some updates. So club held talks with Leeds. Price too high for Harrison. Verbal offer on the table of 18 million. So Gary, they were quoting 30 million. They were wanting for Jack Harrison. We personally think it's too high, don't we?
Yeah, I think they must have been watching the show with Warren Barton the other day because I said 18 million.
Didn't you?
I thought 30 was a bit too high. I think 25 is too high, but I would definitely be interested in 18. He is a good player, no doubt about that. He knows where the back of the net is. I just where we're going to play.
Will you play on the right, won't he?
Will he?
I think so, yeah. As a front three, you play on the right. And you cut inside on his left foot. Now, I've spoke to a lot of Leeds fans today again that said they like Jack Harrison, but he's not getting a game because his consistency level's not there. Now, is that a worry?
It is because he plays for Leeds.
Yeah,
if he plays for Leeds. If he played for Man City, then fair enough. But I still think he's a good player.
New team, new players around him, could be a different player.
Well, this is it, Nick. I mean, the thing is, though, Man City sold him for 10 million, so obviously they didn't see enough in him to keep him at a high club. Now Leeds fans are thinking, well, if we get 30 million for him, that's a 20 million pound profit. It's not bad business.
Is he coming in as like a squad player? It's not like a replacement for Diaby or out like that?
That's a good question. This is the thing we don't know, do we?
If that's the case, no, don't want it. If he's coming in as a squad player,
Yeah, Nick, what's your thoughts on Harrison?
He's a decent player, but like you're saying, if it between him and Diaby or him and, Tillman, someone like that, I'd take the other one every time.
Yeah.
Like, he can't be with big one. Do you know what I mean? We need someone bigger than that.
Well, I think Botman's the big one, isn't he?
But we need someone high out the pitch. We've done with defence and with goalkeeper now. Now we need someone up forward.
The marquee.
I agree. Morrow, Jack Harrison, obviously we spoke about him a few times. I mean, 18 million a verbal offer. That's quite a lot of money. Leeds want more. Is it time to walk away?
I don't know. I would. I like him. I would look at him, but maybe as a third option, I would prefer Diaby. If Diaby is not possibility, then Callum Hudson-Odoi is also a great player. So I think he has potential. I think Eddie Howe could do wonders with him, but he would be my first option. 18 million now sounds more like it. That should be around his value. 30 was really too high.
Yeah, 30 definitely too high. The good news is, though, Diaby is still our main target. This is the next bit of information. Willing to break our club record for him and also sell Almiron. So there's a little bit of extra information on there. I don't know if that's selling Almiron to the, as a swap deal back to Bayer Leverkusen, Nick. But would you be sad to see Almiron go? But if Diaby comes in, it's like, Jesus Christ, let's jump up and down for joy.
But I don't think Bayer Leverkusen would take Almiron at their level. They're a very good team in Germany. I really don't think Almiron would get in their team. You know what I mean?
Potentially, but what you got to think about as well, if they're losing Diaby, Almiron wouldn't be a bad replacement for them, I suppose. I don't know where they finished in the league last season, to be honest with you, 'cause I don't follow German football. But, I mean, again, all it says is also sell Almiron. It doesn't say he's going back there. It just means we'll lose Almiron if we buy Diaby because we need funds, I guess.
If anyone will buy Almiron, do you know what I mean? Have you heard about any offers for Almiron?
Not really, but I think there might be a couple of suitors in Spain potentially.
Yeah, that's what I think. Spain. I briefly looked over a story the night. I don't know the player or anything like that, but apparently Leverkusen are looking at a winger.
Looking at a winger?
Now, yeah, apparently there's a midfielder or something. I briefly looked over it. I couldn't tell you who it is, but because I was looking when I was in the van at work. But I'm sure it was a midfielder, and it came on the chat. And so it'll be on there, whatever player.
Yeah, we'll get to the chat in a bit. Mauro, obviously, you got to be happy that Diaby's still our number one target.
Definitely. And I think that 50 million for Diaby really is cool when you consider the prices that were quoted for other players. I don't know, Sarr from Watford, they wanted 30 million from him. And Diaby is he's a really good class. He's French international, already has 8-9 caps, really played great in the Confederations Cup for them, in the Nations League, for them. And his goal contribution ratio is amazing. So he's really class. For me, 50 million for him is really not that much for that kind of player.
Listen to this. So he has a release clause of 52 million euro. So I'd expect that to be activated, which is 45 million. He's our main target, and the club are pushing. That's interesting, isn't it? So you would take him for 50, but we could actually get him for 45, which is just unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just hope it happens. I really do. Nick, 45 million's a bargain, isn't it, for Diaby?
Oh, it's a steal.
Just Gary?
Oh, I'd pay the release clause.
I'd drive over to Germany and drive him back.
Yeah. I mean, just
if I could drive.
I'll go and drive
over.
I think just use some of the Ekatike money.
Yeah, obviously that's not happening anymore.
No, so I mean he's going to PSG, and he got what he wanted.
So hands up, guys. We got that one completely wrong. Even though the information was right, it was just me saying that he was going to sign was wrong. We did say his personal terms were agreed. We did say the fee was agreed between both clubs. That was right. We did say it was the agent holding it up, and we honestly thought the agent would back down. He didn't. Player's got his wish. It looks like he's going to PSG, which is such a shame. So we got that one wrong. We got it 75% right. The 25% was the most important bit, though.
But I think that happened, though. I think that happened. I think it was just a smokescreen. He wanted to move to PSG.
Yeah.
And they were just using everything under the book. Yeah, we've been used since January.
Definitely. Up the Champions
League.
More
fish, so.
Exactly.
More fish in the same.
Plenty of our players out there.
Well said, Nick. Whereabouts are we up to? So, Baz, what do I need to get on the show, mate? I'm no pro YouTuber like yourself. I'm not a pro, Keith. Not even close. Just an idiot with a mic. And people like to listen for some strange reason. But if you'd like to get on the show in the future, drop me a message on Twitter or via email. And then for the next one that we do, we'll send you a link. All you do is click on it. You can use your mobile, a laptop, an iPad, whatever you've got. Very easy to do, like Nick's doing now. You're on your mobile, Nick?
Aye.
Yeah, headphones plugged in. It really is that easy.
Yeah, simple.
So if you want to be on the next one, mate, drop me a message privately and we'll sort it out. The RB on the right wing would just be amazing with ASM on the left wing. I'm getting jealous. Everyone's got friggin' season tickets now. What's the panel's thought on Asensio? Is that how you pronounce it, Mauro?
Asensio
links today. Now, I've not heard these links because I have been at work and I haven't been on my phone as much as I would like to. So someone's going to have to tell me a bit about them. Mauro, we'll go with you first as our foreign correspondent for all football talk.
Yeah, he was. He was already mentioned a couple of times, links to us, but I think he doesn't have much of a wish to come to England. I think he prefers Italy with AC Milan linked or.
Whoa, there goes the phone.
Excuse me, guys. Technical difficulties.
See, no one's a pro, Keith. No one's a pro.
No one's pro. Sorry, guys. I think he prefers Italy or to remain in Spain with some other club. So not only us, but to any club. He was linked with Liverpool too, and read somewhere that he isn't that interesting going to them. So I don't think there's much more than a link there.
Right. I've noticed, Mauro, you've been relegated to the kids' room like I normally do. I love the background.
Yeah, true. Today there was no other place. Thank you.
Fantastic. Nick, any thoughts on this? I mean, have you read the rumours? Do you know much about him?
Is that him who plays for Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I don't know much about him except from like FIFA and that. He's seems like a good player, but if he doesn't want to come to England, he doesn't want to come. Yeah. And if it come to Real Madrid, I'd rather have like Isco.
Yeah, Isco's he's on a free, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a free transfer.
I can't get him then.
Yeah.
I'll give Eddie Howe a ring.
Love it.
Gary, midfield with Joe Linton and Bruno.
Oh.
Dream team.
Stuff for dreams, isn't it? Gary, what's your thoughts on him?
I don't think he'll last 5 minutes in the Premiership.
No,
I think it's a load of rubbish as well. I think it's Real Madrid trying to get off us from. And if I'm right, he's had loads of injuries as well. So
we've got injury-prone players. Everyone keeps on saying that about other players, but yet they'll throw in players of injury proneness and say they want this one. It's like, come on, double standards.
He's one of those that when he was younger, he was going to be like one of the top players in the world, but it just hasn't happened. And how old is he now?
I'm not sure. Mauro, do you know his age?
27, 8.
Why would Real Madrid get rid of him at that age? He's in his prime.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
If he stays fit.
Yeah.
There we are. There's a good one from my Brad. To be on the show, you need to be a member, of course, which Keith is. So Keith's absolutely fine. Keith's paid a membership for a while. But this is a paying members fans forum for anyone. Like I say, it's a new perk. Anyone who's a member can come on once a week and have a chat with us guys. Because it's just nice to do, isn't it? It's a good perk, I think. I think there's better options to Harrison for the money. But for 18 million, though, if we could get him for that, I still think it's a good option, to be honest with you. Harrison, good for squad depth, second to Diaby. I agree with that. We definitely need more goals in the squad. Sounds like we have a lot of office negotiations still ongoing. We do. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Thanks, pal. Of course, Almiron would get in Bayern. I don't know if he would or he wouldn't, to be honest with you. Honestly, I do not watch German football, so see Champions League every now and again. But I don't know what Bayern Leverkusen are doing these days. They've already signed a replacement for Diaby, younger but great potential, so I believe this one has legs. Diaby definitely has legs. I'm sure he says he wants to leave, and that's why Newcastle are now pushing for the deal.
He wants to come.
If he didn't want to come, we wouldn't be pushing this hard. Not a chance. So it's got a great chance. What is Miggy worth? It's a good question to the panel, Nick.
10, 12 maybe? Something like that.
That low?
Well, I had a couple of good games at the end of the season, but you've got to think overall goals contributions and that for us. I mean, how it wasn't 6 months ago, everyone was just saying he used to run about.
Yeah.
We were trying to sell him to anyone. Then he had those couple of games, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Gary?
Well, he's not worth 20 what we paid for him. Right.
We paid
so
24, didn't we?
Yeah, 20? Something like that. I'd say 12 to 15 million bracket in between them.
Same. Mauro, what about you? What do you think Miggy's worth?
I agree with Gary's 12 to 15, something like that.
Oh, see, I would have went 15 to 20, but I'm a stingy get. I want as much as possible.
Well, that's worth it.
As well, to be fair. Right, where are we up to? Dun, dun, dun. I love it when that happens. There we go. If we sign Diaby, Fraser as backup, Almiron could be sold. Yeah, exactly. I think Almiron would be sold. Yeah, 45 million. That's cheap. I think it is for him, and
So do I.
it's a great release clause for us.
I
Carrying
will.
him in the van. I love
I
it.
will.
Adam Halutsk. They signed him already.
That's it.
Leverkusen.
I
So
think
the
that's
young
what I
lad.
was on about.
That's the guy. And then thanks, Baz. No problem, Keith. You're welcome on any time, mate. Good evening from Richard. 45 million bargain, getting bored, don't mess around. Well, I think that's what we're going to do, to be honest with you. It's massively has legs. Evening. Facebook user. So if we made more signings, would you think a majority would be happy with what we've done? So when you're on Facebook, guys, I've now started streaming this through Facebook. I've worked out how to do it. You need to accept StreamYard to allow your Facebook profile to show up and who you are. If you want to be recognized and you want us to know who you are, it's entirely up to yourself. But there's a good question for the panel. Nick? Would you be
Sorry, I
happy?
wasn't paying attention. I was
Schoolboy error. If we made more signings, would you think a majority would be happy with what we've done? So maybe we add another 2, which I think we will do. We'll only add another 2.
I'd be happy with that,
Yeah.
But with the amount of free players on a free this summer, we should be at least getting a few more in squad players, you know what I mean? There's so many players on free transfers.
But wages go towards FFP, you see, so they've got to be careful. And then the signing on fees for free players rather than transfer fees, it still all goes towards FFP, you see. So it's
all right, but we could at least
balancing
get
act,
1 or
isn't it?
2. We should pay a transfer fee for a marquee signing and then get 2 free transfers.
Yeah, that could work. Gary, what about you?
I think they'll get Diaby.
Yeah,
I think it will happen.
You add Diaby
Yeah.
to the mix that we've got, then add
Yeah.
1 more on top. Would you be really happy with what happened?
Yes, I would. I think they'll get a striker, but I think it'll be a loan. And
Broja?
yeah, that's who I think it'll be. He wasn't my first number 1 choice, but I'll take him definitely. How can you complain if you sign Diaby and Botman and Pope and Target? You cannot complain with that. God,
Definitely not.
I mean, we couldn't sign Hamza Chowdhury a couple of year and a half ago. So
Bastos.
Bastos. God, I mean. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Those names haunt me. Mauro, what about you? Would you be happy to say Diaby comes in and then maybe a loan on top? Would you say that is great business from the club or not?
Definitely. I think we will sign at least 2 more players.
Yeah, I agree. I think 2, maybe 3 maximum. Because again, he doesn't want to upset the balance of the squad either, does he? He doesn't want to, there's a lot of players still there who have a job to do for us, I think. I thought he prefers AC Milan story was a positive sign given recent events. Yeah. I like it. Sign me up. I can do cock-ups just as good as Mauro. Brilliant. If Diaby does a release clause and we don't activate it, someone else will. Exactly. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
Hi, Jan. Thanks for joining us. Jan, if you were interested in coming on one of these shows, you're more than welcome as well, of course, being a paying member. We are getting the youngsters. I like it. Exactly. Does watching via face shit add to the YouTube algorithm? Yes, it does. It adds to the viewers and everything that goes on there. So yes, you can do it that way, or you can come onto YouTube and watch us that way. It's entirely up to yourselves. But it all works. It's just another way of advertising us live. Fans can't be not happy with the transfers. It's the best transfer market in 15 years. Well said. It really is. I'd love to see Paqueta at the 2. Oh, can you imagine Diaby, Paqueta, Broja?
I can see that one January or next summer.
Yeah, maybe January, maybe next summer. I'd be happy with Diaby and Gabigol. Who's that?
I've heard of him, but
I've heard the name. But
I've heard the name, but I'm not sure.
Nickname for Gabriel Barbosa.
Barbosa.
Oh, right.
Right, there we go. Now it makes sense. Diaby and Broja, job done. Guys, we need a striker. Who do you think we'll get? Nick, who do you think's on our radar? Is it just Broja, or do you think there's some other names?
On about free transfers again, Belotti. I'd like to see we get him.
Yeah, his name has
hell of
come
a
up
player
a
in
bit.
Italy. Yet
Yes.
again, free transfer, and I would have to give him a bump his wage up and give him a good sign-on bonus. But imagine what you're paying a transfer fee for him.
Yeah, I mean, his name's come up quite a lot. I think he fancies staying in Italy, though,
Italy.
which is a bit of a worry. But again, money talks, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Mauro, who's on the top of your tongue when it comes to strikers?
I would bet on Gabriel Barbosa. I think he's ready. He went young to Inter Milan in Italy. He didn't quite make it at that time, but since he was back to Brazil, he's scoring like almost a goal a game. He's really great. He got back to the Brazil national team, and I think he is now mature and ready to try Europe again. And he wouldn't come expensive.
How much would he be, do you think?
In January, we were quoted 17 million, or there was also a story of possibility of loan with an option to buy.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's still possible now, it would be a good deal for him.
Gary?
Diaby. No, I'm joking.
You never know. We did offer him a contract. He's not accepted it, but he might.
No, he needs to hurry up because he hasn't picked anybody yet.
No, exactly.
I think it'll be Broja.
Yeah,
I think
it's not the one that we really want, but it's back up to Wilson, isn't it? This is the thing.
Yeah.
Wilson's getting a new contract, another 2 years, I believe, on top of what he's got. So it's difficult to see a world-class striker coming in for big money when you've already got a fantastic striker who can score goals. So it's just keeping him fit.
I mean, I'd go for Guri. I mean,
Guri is another name that's been mentioned loads.
I mean, he is something else, honestly.
Right. Next little bit of information. So Javi could be sold. Spanish clubs talking to players' agent. Now, Nick, we've already got Kraft, Trippier. We don't need Javi as well, do we? And because of Kraft's resurgence in that second half of the season under Howe, it's going to be Javi, isn't it, who's going to make way?
We've got enough with like you were saying, Trippier and Kraft on the right, Javi Manquillo. He's an all right player, but it's time for him to go.
Yeah, I always liked him. What was your favourite moment for him?
I can't think. I want to be honest.
Oh, I can. I'm sure the penny will drop with someone soon. Gary, Javi.
The good thing about him is he can play like left back or right back.
He can play left back as well. I keep forgetting about that.
But I think he's probably done. I think his time's up. I think they'll keep Lewis. And I think Lewis will be the backup to Target. So
Dummett's there as well, isn't it, for a left back?
Yeah. Dummett's probably injured now. But,
he probably walked to the shops instead.
He probably fell in his first training session or something. I'm sure he's a canny lad, but no, I think it's probably time. He's going to go.
Any standout moments you can think of for Javi?
I'm trying to think. You've got me as well. I'm trying to think.
I like it. Mauro, Javi?
Yeah, I think he will probably go. Read somewhere today that we are going to keep Luis, that Howe will give Luis a chance. So I think we have more than enough cover, and we need to reduce the number of players in the first team. So he'll probably want to go.
Yeah. Any particular special moments from Javi that you can remember?
I can't remember the game. What was when he was on the left side and he made a dribble and pass? Was it to Maxi
and scored. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that one definitely.
Was that against Brighton? I feel
not sure.
But come on, guys, Old Trafford. Scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
We got beat 4-1, but he scored.
That's probably why I can't remember.
That's really memorable.
It was memorable because it was 1-1 at the time when he scored. I went absolutely ballistic. It was a great goal. Run down the right-hand side and he smashed it in the corner. Come on.
But then conceded 3 more goals and got beat 4-1.
It doesn't matter. He scored
Why would you want to remember that?
Because he scored at Old Trafford. It's very rare players do that. I think it's a great moment for him as a right back. Showed Gary Neville how to do it.
But didn't Andreas Anderson score at Old Trafford?
Yes.
Yeah, and he was painful, honestly.
That was a 1-1 draw as well, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But he was a striker, so he should be scoring. Anyone else think Paqueta is good as done? Just keeping for later in the window, he's more likely to agree, whereas Diaby, etc., more work. It's a good question. Nick, do you think Paqueta is a done deal?
No, because
either.
It has now been said that it's a done deal. No one's like. I think when we want to go for him, we'll have a better chance because of Bruno, but it's not essentially a done deal.
It's an interesting one, though, isn't it? Because Paqueta doesn't go away, Gary, and for me, Paqueta. Do we really need him right now? Because obviously Diaby is more important, a striker's more important. Paqueta, I think you have to change your formation rather than a 4-3-3. I think you have to switch it up for him to really flourish in our team. Because whose place would he take if we did sign him in a 4-3-3?
He's probably going to take Willox or Longstaff's or Shelby. That one. That's the only place I can think. You know what I think with Paqueta? I think we've got. I think they want him, right? But I don't think they want him yet.
Yeah.
And I think Leon, they've probably got an arrangement with Leon where let us know if there's a bid comes in from him, we'll match the bid.
Yeah. And
that's what I think is happening.
We'd rather wait till January or the summer. You can hold on to the player till then, and then we'll come and take him off you then.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think will happen with him. And whether that's this summer, January, or next summer, we'll match the bid if somebody else bids for him.
Yeah. I agree with that. Anyway. I do. Mauro, what are your thoughts on Paqueta?
Same as Gary. I think we might have some agreement with Leon that if somebody else comes in for him to tell us, and we might even have some agreement with him already through Bruno and through the clubs. He was a target in January too, but not sure whether it will be done this summer. It would be nice for him to be the last one, the cherry on the cake, but not sure whether we will be able to cover all costs for him too.
Yeah,
but he might be the option for January and summer. That would be great.
Yeah,
I would really love to see him.
Yeah, definitely. Barbosa would do for Jan. Barbosa has been quoted as saying he wants to come. 18 million is a reported fee. It's cheap as anything, isn't it? If he's good enough. Can hope at least we're all very relaxed about him, I would think. I'm relaxed about everything now. I just want to see Haha in black and white, to be honest. Okay. Zaha. That is so auto-correct, isn't it? Off topic, wondered what the panel thought of Man City buying 80% in Italian side Palermo. Here's off topic. We'll answer it though. Nick, do you care?
They might try and use them to send the young players over.
I thought they couldn't do this though. I thought because
that might be a way around it.
Yeah, but I thought you couldn't do it because it's a European team. Unless it's because we're not in the European Union anymore.
Aye.
I thought there was a rule that you could only own 10% of another club that's in the same competitions as your rival, as your main team. So Man City owning 80% of another foreign team that's going to be potentially in the same competitions, Champions League, that sort of thing. I didn't think it was allowed.
Strange.
I'm obviously wrong because they've done it. But I honestly thought that was part of the portfolio because I know it's much closer to home, but Mike Ashley sort of did it with Rangers, didn't he? He only had 10% because that's all he was allowed.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a strange one. But what do you make of it, Gary? Man City owning another team?
They own about 11 now, don't they? They've got a lot.
MLS one, haven't they?
You know what? I think PIF are going to go the same way.
I think they will.
Yeah, I think the first team they purchase will be a Brazilian team. And they seem to be going after a few Brazilians and looking around at the Brazilian youngsters. I think we'll go and get a Brazilian team. And you'll see young ones coming over.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
what about you, Mauro?
I think I heard the same about European competitions. But Palermo isn't the team that's regularly fighting for Europe. So they might do something similar as they do in Spain with Granada. So it's like mid-level team that they used to send players on loan, and they were also corners, I think, in those two. And Chelsea has with Vitesse in Netherlands the same thing. So maybe they just plan to grow players there and not have them going to Europe at all.
Yeah, so that's my best mate, Len. He's got 2 dogs, so he's obviously put me on his iPad in the kitchen, and he's walked away from it, and the dogs are listening to us rather than him. Thanks, mate. Oh man, didn't he come as a sub and score a very important goal or 2? I'm lost on that one. Dabble, unfortunately.
Manquillo.
Yeah. Has he scored an important goal? I'm not sure if he has. Diaby said he wanted Champions League, didn't he? He did, but money talks, and obviously now he sees Botman going there.
Yeah,
we've got Trippier, we've got Pope. You know, he's thinking, I want to be part of that, and this is why
Champions League this season anyway. So
exactly, yeah, potentially. Goal versus Man U, surely though losing effort. It was a losing effort, but he still did it. What happened to Gordon Links? I don't know.
Everton wouldn't sell him.
That was
apparently.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
That 1,000,000% comes from Everton.
Yeah, probably trying to get someone else to come in for him.
Yeah, it came nothing from us. That was all from Everton's side.
He's not even Brazilian anyway, so
yeah, exactly. Who cares? The miracle Man U scored Old Trafford. Yeah, you're right, actually. And then we loads of digs at Man United. I love it. Get Diaby and Paqueta before the World Cup, because afterwards they'll be double the price. See, Diaby won't double in price because he's got a release clause, and that release clause will be there from probably till the end of the season. So it just means more clubs will be after him, though, won't they?
Has Paqueta got one?
See, I've heard mixed reports about France and all this sort of stuff. Do you think the likes of Joelinton, Targett, Wilson, if they can stay fit, will be a decent chance of getting called up to the national duty? Targett has aspirations, but he's got big people in front of him. Joelinton possibly has a chance. Wilson, I'm not sure. Gareth Southgate has his favourites, doesn't he? Take Fraser place on the right. I think that's Paqueta. I believe Paqueta will come out with the blue in 2 weeks' time. We'll have our ears to the ground, I can tell you that. Yeah, I guess that's my feeling. Can't see him going anywhere else. Cheers for answering. You're welcome, Nix. Mark Moore, you're right, mate. Hi, guys. Louis, nice to see you, mate. Pope, Trips, Botman, Burn, Target, then Bruno, Paqueta, J7, ASM, and Diaby, Wilson. It's a 4-1-3-2, and it just sounds sexy.
Do you know what? That team there will beat Man United next season.
Yeah, it would, yeah. Palermo Mafia deal, I love it. Hey, Louis, 4-2-1-2-1. That's a mashup. Sounds a bit wrong, but Mauro, are there any Croatian teams that PIF could look at to bed in European youngsters? It's a good question.
There were no links. He's asking about teams.
Oh, teams.
There were no links. Haven't read any about that, but possibly if they're interested. All I heard was they wanted to buy Inter, whether it was true or not, but they were mentioning about buying Inter in Italy.
Yeah,
never heard about any Croatian team links.
Is there a Croatian team that you think would fit the mold?
I would like Hajduk Split to be taken over by somebody serious with who would like to invest. They have a great stadium and crazy fans, very similar to Newcastle in a way. So they would be good with some money and some serious owners.
Love it. Right, guys, we're halfway through, so hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying what you see. Hit the bell button and the thumbs up button. It really does help. And please consider becoming a member. Link is at the top of the chat. And like I say, when you remember, you get the option to come onto this show once a week. Obviously, it all depends how many people apply for it, but we will get you all on for anyone who wants to come on. And please consider donating. $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. It really helps us to keep this channel going. Anything from £1 upwards, honestly, it makes a massive difference. So if you would like to contribute that way, please do so. So thank you for that. Right, back to the rumours. Dan Ashworth has a meeting with Chelsea tomorrow for Broja, one to watch. Nick, would you be happy with Broja?
Aye, he seemed to do a good job for Southampton last season, like on loan.
He did for a bit, didn't he? And then he sort of went off the boil a little bit, but I think the whole
Aye.
Southampton team went off the boil, didn't they?
Loan players tend to do that though at the end of the season, don't they?
They do,
When
yeah.
they know they're going back to the previous club, they kind of drop off.
Yeah. Botman, Burnham, Port ever been such a tall back middle three? No, it's incredible what we've got. We've talked a lot about Broja so quickly, Gary. Obviously, if the talks go well tomorrow, it looks like it could be one that could be done quite quickly. I reckon it'll be a loan.
Yeah, I think it'll be a loan. Might be an obligation to buy at the end of the season. It's between us, West Ham and Southampton.
Yeah.
But I don't know, West Ham seem to be slow doing business. I know they've signed somebody today, but they seem to be quite slow there.
Yeah.
And Southampton, he's not going there. He's not going to go to Southampton. So,
Not again.
No.
Not if they start selling their best players as well. They're gonna struggle, aren't they?
I think Southampton are going to sign that lad from Rangers, if I'm right.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he scored in the final, I think. But
I can't remember who scored in the final now. It was a good game that as well.
yeah, it was.
Mauro, Broja, talks tomorrow, goes well, could be done.
He wouldn't be my first choice, but totally trust Eddie Howe and Ashford. If they see something in him, if they see him fitting our team, then there must be a good reason. So if alone, that would be a good deal.
Yeah. I'm on the fence with it. Aribo, yeah. I'm on the fence with Broja. I think, like you said, there's better there. But again, if the deal's there to be done and it's easy and it's a loan, it might help with FFP. So got to think of these things, haven't we? Next one, Ekateke dead at the minute. PSG pushing for him. Like we've all said, very disappointed in how that's all happened. But these things happen. Yeah. Brilliant. Raphinha agent being in contact with NUFC agent. Player now refusing training with Leeds. Not happy about the squad being sold off. Player kind of rejected early talks, but now is thought to be interested. Now that is very interesting, considering Leeds have actually started doing some business, haven't they?
Yeah.
And obviously he wanted to go to Barcelona, but now he's saying he might be interested in a move, staying in the Premier League, maybe to Newcastle. I'm quite excited by Raphinha if the Diaby deal doesn't go through. Nick, would you take Raphinha?
He's a good player. Obviously, thought he was going to head to Barca, but if he's not, then I'd still probably rather have Diaby, but...
Oh, yeah. Definitely. But the one thing I don't like about that is refusing to train now. It reminds me of the Kabay situation with us, and it really wasn't nice when a player does that to your parent club. You know, forces a move out. That's one of those things, I suppose. Gary,
childish. You've got to be professional.
Yeah.
You've got to think of fucking highly played players, you know what I mean? They shouldn't be doing that.
Exactly. Gary, what about yourself?
I'm shocked. I'm surprised at that one.
Me too.
I'm agree with Nick. I would Diaby every time. But I know Chelsea were after him, but Chelsea are going to buy Sterling, so
yeah, and that's
maybe
personal terms agreed. I think with Sterling is what I've heard.
So maybe Raphinha. Well, Barcelona can't afford him. That's obvious. So maybe he's run out of options.
Yeah.
So what are we? Fourth choice, fifth choice?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll have Diaby.
Yeah, definitely.
Good player though.
He is a good player. Mauro, what about you?
I'd prefer Diaby, but if not, he would be a good option. Just surprised with all of that because he said that he wants to go to Barca a long time ago, and they didn't manage to close him. And now he says that he's unhappy with the situation there. It's kind of funny, the whole thing. They already bought a replacement for him in Sinistera from North Colombian player.
Yeah. So they're doing a bit of business, aren't they? And some good business as well for Leeds, to be fair. Leeds fans at work are getting excited, which is not good. I don't like them getting excited. Right, next one. Callum Hudson-Odoi. This afternoon as well, I have heard this name pop up, and that is because of Ryan Sterling links and probably Raphinha links. This guy is a talent. he's gone off the boil a little bit. He's not really getting the game for Chelsea. Nick, would you take Hudson-Odoi? Do you think he's still got it?
It depends how much they wanted for him, really.
Mm.
But if they get Sterling in, might put his price down a bit. How much they'd want for him, because they've got quite a few wingers on to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Like
have.
CH, Havertz, Pulisic.
Yeah,
Mount.
Yeah, Werner, technically a winger. He's not a striker.
CH.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But I
would just try and pinch one of them. Jesus, that's what 6-7 wingers they've got.
Yeah. I think Hudson-Odoi still has a lot to offer, personally. Mauro, do you know much of Hudson-Odoi? Yeah, you probably do.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of him. I think he had some unfortunate. He was unfortunate with injuries, but I think he hasn't reached his ceiling potential. He has a lot more to, and he was already playing very good.
Yeah, got into the England fold as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and a good dribbler, good on the ball, great technique.
Yeah,
same as Raphinha. Wouldn't be my first choice. Diaby would, but if Diaby can be done, then he's also a good possibility.
Yeah.
I prefer him to Gordon, definitely.
Yeah. Irons in the fire, which is good. Gary, what about you on Hudson?
If Bruce had been in charge still, absolutely no chance. But because Eddie Howe's in charge, yes.
I get what you're saying.
I think Eddie will get the best out of him.
I agree with that.
He's 21, isn't he, still?
Yeah, still young,
Yep.
21, 22.
He's definitely worth a go. Like, Eddie will get the best out of him.
Hi, Kim. Keep up the good work, cuz. Can't wait for the season to start. Just hope I get tickets for the games through my membership. Yeah, good luck with that. You win 30,000. Don't Rangers players follow the Pied Piper to Villa? Hey, they might do. Let PSG have him. I question his desire. I just think he had a desire to stay in France and play for the biggest team there and see where it takes him. We'll take Raphinha all day long. Get Cody. He's not really on the list at the moment. Number one has to be Diaby. I think he does as well at that price. Ekateke took the P115 for 7 months. Didn't him now go for better? I'm not too sure.
Didn't want him now. Go for better.
Hope for better. Come on, Keith, get typing properly. I'm dyslexic. I can't read things like that. From Sevilla, I'm guessing that's a player that we've missed. Ekateke can stay in France. Be over that, but the whole Barca thing will hang over him. Maybe a release clause so he can't mess us about. Very true. From Sevilla. I think Diaby, I think everyone does now. Good luck to Hugo, but I remember when Salco nearly joined last minute, we switched to Girona. The rest is history. Oh, God, yeah, Girona was unbelievable. We nearly signed George Weah as well, and that's how Girona came about. If we get Diaby, I would say we are done. The biggest signings in Shearer. Do you guys think we have a chance of signing Austin? And not this window.
No.
Would you all agree?
2 years, yes.
Yeah, I think he's one definitely we could get in the future, but not quite yet. Hudson-Odoi final product, it will get better. I think that's the
Under how?
Yeah, exactly. Under how he had a big injury last year.
Craft.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
25 million Mark reckons it would cost. I think that'd be a good bit of business. There are still free transfers out there. Just hang on. There is. Don't get me wrong. What do you guys think of Gordon from Everton? Right. So I do actually like Gordon. I actually said that when we played them at Goodison, and he literally got into us. I'm a fan of Gordon, and I think he's got a big future. I just don't like his diving and his attitude. And would you actually get that same Gordon if he left Everton with him being such a big Everton fan, Mark? Mauro. Sorry, I said Mark. I don't know why I said
I agree with you. I think he's a great prospect, but I don't like divers in the Cristiano Ronaldo, Gordon, Richarlison type. So no, for me, maybe as a fifth choice or something.
for.
Yeah, we were diving for us though. It'll be...
It's like Richarlison when he went to Tottenham. The Tottenham fans love him because he's going to do it for them rather than against them. It's completely different when the player's doing it for you.
True, but I prefer players that like Maxi. He stays until he is broken down or he
I
doesn't dive at the first chance.
Mark's just broke my heart with that one. Release clause for Diaby is for next season, apparently. Don't say things like that, Mark.
That might be why you haven't just went and got them.
Yeah, maybe that's why we're saying 45 million, because we know we can have him at the end of the season, I suppose.
Well, that'll still work.
It's
45 will still work.
Because he's ginger, cheeky bastard. No, exactly. He has something upstairs. He's a clever player. Yes, you made me cry, Mark. I'm not happy. I've just gone from ecstatic to like, fuck. But yeah, next one. Gale, Clark, Hendrick, first to leave. All in advance talks with championship clubs. NUFC having to pay 50-60% of their wages to offload them. Movement next week. Some Champions League clubs are going to pull our pantsers down with the wages, aren't they, Gary? Because we're stuck with championship players on Premiership wages.
Oh, Mike Ashley, man, honestly.
Yeah.
Tell you, you know what it is? He's tightest bloke in the world, but he gives average players that amount of money. Honestly, clueless bloke.
Definitely.
Absolutely vocal.
But Nick, I suppose the good news is that they are actually going to be off the books, though, like not fully, but at least 50%. And then that also frees up squad numbers as well, doesn't it?
He has a point, though. How much would it be just to release them from the contract? Would it not be cheaper to just release them from the contract and pay them bloody half the wages for the season?
I doubt
don't know how that works. Do you know what I mean?
Probably have something in there where they can't, or I don't know.
I think Longstaff will have takers. I think Clark's supposedly on his way to somewhere like Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United, West Brom. I've even heard America. He's got options.
Yeah. Dwight Gale. I'm surprised he hasn't got takers in the championship because he can score goals in that league.
Hendrick score goals in that league. Yeah, Hendrick's a shit.
Hendrick's shit. So.
Well, we got him for free anyway, didn't we?
We did, yeah. And a big contract,
Ashley,
though.
Ashley gave him about 80 grand a week, probably.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. Mauro, are you happy to hear that list, though? There's they've got to go, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, Ashley made it complicated, but we just had to get rid of them and cut down the squad.
So, next one, Talisman's went quiet. Verbal offer of 22 million on the table. I think he would be a huge player for us, Gary. I really do.
Oh, it's a fantastic player. He slots in next to Bruno and Joe Linton perfectly, doesn't he? I cannot see that one happening.
Can you not? It's such a shame.
It's a shame. I just can't see it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he'll end up somewhere like Arsenal.
I think that was one of the places where everyone expected him to go, to be fair. Mauro, 22 million, though. Is it enough to bag him?
I don't think they will let him go under 35. They bought him for 40, if I'm correct.
He's only got years left on his contract, though. This is the thing, so they could lose him for free.
True, that's true. For 25, he would be a good bit of business. He's a great player. But if it's true that Arsenal, Thomas Partey was involved this sex scandal last few days, then they will be missing first team midfielder, so they might be in for him even more serious. So
yeah, I don't think he is involved with that. Well, I don't think it will. I think it's come out saying it's not him. So, but again, we could be wrong. We don't know. Name's not been released.
Who that was.
So it's interesting, isn't it?
Well, you just see who doesn't, what player,
doesn't turn up to train.
Few matches.
Love it. Nick, what's your thoughts on Talisman?
I would love Matt Newcastle, but they're not going to sell him for 22 million, even with a year left on his contract.
It's an interesting one to keep an eye on.
I would love him at Newcastle. Do you get now free me shirt with Tillman's on the back?
Yeah, I would, to be fair. There's loads of players I want on shirts now, though.
No.
Joe Gomez, loan with obligation to buy, being offered to various clubs. Villa, NUFC, Palace interested. That's a new one.
Has he just signed a new contract?
I don't know.
Or am I wrong? Or is that somebody else?
It could be him. I don't know. But that's the information I was given. I'm a bit surprised on that one. I'm not really that interested in that one, to be honest with you. I think that could just be, not really bothered about that one. Traore, price tag set, 18 million, offered to various clubs, NUFC, one of them. Babakaro Traore. Mauro, good player or not, for 18 million.
I think it's too much. Still raw. No, for me, no.
Yeah, I love Firmino. If we could get a hold of it. I see he's another one that could leave Liverpool for 20 million potentially. But Traore,
Sorry, did you ask about Firmino?
That was a while ago, Firmino. I don't know if you've seen it.
I'm lucky. Don't get me wrong. I heard you wrong then.
No, Babako Traore is 18 million. Traore is how you pronounce it. But
okay.
I would love Firmino. It just popped in my head. Gary, what about Traore? Would you like him, or 18 million? Is that?
I'd be lying if I knew loads about him.
I
don't really know much about him. I've heard of him, and I've heard a few people say he's a good player, but
I have seen
I'm
his
just
name
going off what, I'm just going off what people have said. I don't know a great deal about him.
Nick, what about you? Do you know much about him?
Same as Gary. I haven't got a clue. Really,
I've heard his name, but there's another one coming up now as well. God, man, why do they have to have all these weird names? Right, club monitoring. Jean-Claire Todibo. Todibo, is that how you pronounce it? Mauro, come on, pronounce that name for me.
Tolibo.
There's no L in it, so how do you get Tolibo out of that? Todibo. Unless you spelt it wrong.
It should. I think so. It should be Tolibo. If the same player, I think it's a former Barcelona player.
Jean-Claire Tolibo.
Tolibo.
Go on then. Tell me about him.
Good player, but I don't think we'll go for more defensive transfers. I think Eddie Howe is pretty happy with his defense, and I think it's all rumors.
Right. Now. Could be. Club monitoring it though. This is the information I was given. Gary,
is he a centre back?
He can play centre back or right back.
Right. So if they're interested in him, then that means Lascelles is going. Lascelles is on his way.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we'd sign another centre back.
No, there is it's probably absolute rubbish, but Chelsea. There was a rumour going around Chelsea.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of rubbish.
Never.
Yeah, I know.
I know they've lost the two best defenders, but Lascelles at Chelsea.
Well, apparently they were interested in him 2 years ago, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think that's why the rumours popped back up again.
He was better 2 years ago, though, wasn't he, really?
Just before he got bruised, yeah. What about you, Nick, on Jean-Claire Tolibo?
I haven't even heard the name.
It's not one that I'm very familiar with. Right, this one's a bit of a shock, and this is a shock because I've only just read it, and I'm like, really? Especially considering he's just signed a new contract for it. Unless he's meant to say Matty Longstaff, but it says Sean Longstaff's in advanced talks for Sheffield Wednesday. Now that is a shock because he has just signed a new. It's got to be Matty, hasn't it? But I can only read what's in front of me.
It says Sean Longstaff.
Yeah, it says Sean Long. Yeah, Sean Longstaff.
It must be if it is Sean Longstaff, it's a loan. Yeah,
there he is. Sean Longstaff in advanced talks with Sheffield Wednesday.
He wouldn't get that. He wouldn't get that wrong. So it's a loan. So they've got.
I don't think he would get that wrong, but I'm surprised at that.
They've got somebody lined up.
Must have.
Honestly, they've got somebody lined. If he goes on loan, they've got somebody. I know they've got Willock and Shelby, right? But they've got somebody lined up if they're sending them out on loan.
What about Nick? Sorry, Nick, go on. What about? I'll come to you anyway.
All right.
I'm coming tomorrow next. Yeah, sure, Longstaff leaving to Sheffield Wednesday.
I'd rather see Matty go to Sheffield Wednesday and Sean like.
Yeah, me too.
He's an alright squad player, and he did start to come better at the end of the season.
He did, yeah.
Like he had a couple of decent games. You know, it takes a while to get the Bruce out of these players.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, I honestly think that's Matty. I really do.
Yeah, it's got to.
Definitely, Mauro. It's got to be Matty on it.
It got to be Matty. Sounds strange, and when you consider that would be a move backwards for him. He was playing good. He was a squad player, but going to Sheffield sounds strange a bit. For Matty, sounds okay.
Like United are the better Sheffield. Sorry for butting in there.
Yeah, well, Sheffield United are the better Sheffield at the moment.
I'd rather Sean go to Sheffield United. You know what I mean? They're pushing for promotion. If you're going on loan.
Yeah, true. It doesn't even say loan; it just says advanced talks, doesn't it? That's the thing. It doesn't say loan; it just says in advanced talks. So.
See this is getting me wondering if he is right. Why would Sheffield Wednesday go for Matty Longstaff?
He did have a decent spell. But...
He had a decent spell, but he played for like Mansfield, wasn't it? If they want somebody, Sean's the better player.
Yeah.
But what Sean wanted, Sean was going on about like how he wanted to play regular and all that. So why would he go on loan to Sheffield Wednesday? Like he wanted to play regular for us. So I don't know.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Right, Marco Asensio, how you pronounce his name. Agent has been made him available across Europe. NUFC very interested, one to watch. We've covered him quite a bit, haven't we? His name's popped up quite a lot. Asensio, I think is how you pronounce it, isn't it? Is that how you pronounce it?
Asensio, yes.
Yeah, Asensio. So yeah, we're quite happy about him. But that is a huge update, which is what my source said to me. There's a lot of players there, a lot of information to all take in, lots of irons in fire. So guys, if you so you know those crests that I'm selling.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was only one left. The guy decides to do a recount. We've got 5 left. They're never ending. Honestly, he's pulling them out of his arse from somewhere because I'm like, I just want to stop selling them now. I've sold too many of them. But guys, they are amazing. There's 5 left. If anyone would like one, contact me via Twitter or use the email in the description to purchase one. They're £40 in the UK, £70 abroad. They're amazing badges. 5 left. And then that should be it. As long as he doesn't pull some more out of somewhere. But he's like, I've only got 38 to sell. No, 20 odd to start with. Then I went to 38. Now it's in the 40s. I'm just like, oh my God. Does Clark still play internationals? If so, why the hell wouldn't he move? That's a good question, Mauro. Ireland, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mauro froze?
losing the sound.
Oh, right. So Clark, does he still play internationally? And if he does, then why
I think not for a couple of years.
Right.
I think he hasn't been in the team for a couple of years. And since he was bruised, he was probably out of Ireland team.
Yeah, probably. Gale to Watford, see him following season. Very interesting.
I heard that one with Saw going the other way as part of the deal.
Yeah. We are good to pay someone to take Gale on 40, almost half. Callum Wilson, isn't it? Surprised we are looking to extend his deal given his injury record and age. Love Wilson, but surprised. I'm not surprised. I think it's a good idea. No to Gomez. Plus, again, sell-on fee for Wilson if we ever need to sell him. Don't think Clark did, but Hendrick, yes. No more likely he goes, hopefully. Yeah, so Hendrick's still knocking about in the international team, I think. Gomez signed deal to 2027, so you're right, Gary. So that's a bit of a surprise one.
Yeah,
you're right, Gary. Gomez signed a new contract today. I might be why Hendricks went out on loan last season. At least he wants to play and still has ambition. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I will give him credit for. He did go out on loan and, he wasn't like the, Clark who decided not to go out on loan and just pick up his wages. That one's gone quiet. We were linked with him early in the window. But West Ham
No.
apparently are the ones that are suited at him.
They've pulled out West Ham.
Oh, have they pulled out of it?
Yeah, apparently. They can't agree if they were terms with them or something.
Right. Off topic, but did take a risk getting Willock 28 on my shirt today before squad numbers are released. I think he'll stay 28.
Yeah, so.
And I think he's got a big future for us next season. I really do. I love the way Eddie's got getting to Ashworth to lower the age of the team. Yep. And it's not just the team, it's everyone underneath it as well. I honestly not heard of him. I don't watch enough football, foreign football. That's my problem. But I will start watching a lot more of it if I can go part-time, because I'll have time to watch it. Maybe Paqueta is coming in. Yeah, it could be. Wednesday still League One, aren't they? Yes. No,
yes,
yeah. So it's got to be Matty, hasn't it? It's got to be Matty.
Yeah, you know, I forgot they didn't get promoted, did they?
No,
they got beat off the Mackhams, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, yeah. Give Gale to Sunderland. No, don't give Gale to Sunderland. You score too many goals for them.
Give Cleveland Clark to Sunderland, then he can relegate them.
Yeah.
Chucking Jeff Hendrick for good measure.
Perfect.
And if you didn't know, I live in Sunderland, sadly. I live literally 10 minutes from the Sunderland guy.
Brilliant. I can see a brick coming through your window soon.
Mate, I play Newcastle songs as loud as I can, and I walk around Sunderland in Newcastle top. I love it.
Brilliant.
All my neighbours know I'm a Newcastle fan.
Class. I hope Sean Longstaff does go, because I think he's not good enough. Get rid of both of them. They're both not good enough for where we are heading. I still think Sean's got a little bit to offer, and he keeps improving.
That's got to be Matty now. So
yeah. We need to stop romanticising around homegrown lads. Neither Longstaffs are good enough for what we are pushing for. Eventually, yes, but just think about, now, squad, 5 substitutions. All the Longstaff definitely has a place in the squad, especially with 5 subs. There we go. We took the words right out of my mouth. Paqueta coming in or not, we don't know. We honestly don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, guys and girls. Thanks, Hitsike. Gale to Birmingham on loan. That would be a good move for him. Agree, Angry Larry. He could come in and give energy in the midfield for sure. Cup runs could mean more chances too. Exactly. We're going to be going for cup competition, guys. We're actually going to give it a go. It's something we're unheard of.
You know what will happen, don't you? We'll draw Man City in the first round.
Both of them.
And we'll beat them both.
Oh, I love it. Diaby updates. There isn't any. There's no updates on Diaby, I'm afraid. I wish this bloody porn site would give it a rest. Dwight Gale has agreed terms to join Birmingham City as an exit from Newcastle United looms. Football, don't know if it's reliable. I think transfer football are actually normally very good, aren't they?
Apparently Birmingham are in trouble now, aren't they?
Are they?
No, they reckon they're not sure if Birmingham can actually take him. We'd have to pay 100% of his wages from it, can they?
All right. Well, that's not going to happen.
No.
Pointless sending them.
Yeah.
We're paying 100% his wage.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for the £5 super sticker. That's absolutely so generous of you. If anybody else would like to donate, we're coming to the end of the show. $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. If you all donate £1, you're literally putting me into part-time work. That's how it works. Become a member, then you can come on the show. And then Angry Larry smiles. He was on the plane to the Toon again. Paqueta, wasn't he? I think that was just rumours.
It was Photoshop, I think.
Yeah. No, Bob, I just wish that I could the sticker like what the I honestly don't understand what super stickers are, to be honest with you, but there you go. It helps me, and it's really appreciated. I mean, the stickers don't show up my end until I check later on YouTube or something like that. Everyone thinks Paqueta's coming. I mean, there's a good chance.
You know what it is?
Yes, I've heard of the chocolate Toblerone. I definitely have. I love Toblerone. Till it hurts you, top of you. You've definitely made it by us being spammed by porn sites. There's loads of them in the chat thing. It does my head in. I don't know why anyone wants to spam that sort of stuff. I mean, everyone can just go on Pornhub. It's free. I mean, Jesus Christ. Bruno engagement
Shouldn't be
party.
advertising porn on your channel, Barry. How are you?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Caitlin just said naughty, naughty.
Well, you know, what can I say? It's free.
What would your wife say?
Don't know. I haven't got one. No rings on this finger.
Your bird
But-
then.
That's better. That's such a derogatory term, isn't it? But it's right. She wears the trousers in my house as well, Nick. Bruno engagement party. Can you excuse to get Paqueta over to the tune? Just need to give Dan Ashworth an invite to some parties. Yeah, he might come over, mightn't he? Agent Bruno doing his work. I honestly think we'll either get him at the end of the transfer window. If not, January or next summer, he will definitely be becoming a Newcastle player. There's no way they're going to let that one slide with Bruno.
No, I don't know.
I think it'll happen.
Tell you. Shouldn't be advertising it. Kids watching.
Kids don't watch this show. I advertise it as over 18. Thank God.
My little cousin watches.
Oh God.
I'm going to get a phone call off his man like an hour.
What, like this one? Ask Adam Cream P. I hope you know the joke on that one because someone signed him up to a site using his web. Using his
email address.
Brilliant. End of the window, Paqueta, very good chance. Haha. No, your info is wrong. Which info? There's anything could be wrong in this list. That's we just read it out and we discuss it. That's the whole idea of it.
Longstaff.
Wrong about Longstaff. I think it's Matty. I think he's just put the wrong one in the message. To be fair, my neighbours are Sunderland fans, and I'm from South Shields. We all mixture like that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Sunderland fans. They're just shit football team.
You're not right with them.
We're trying to be nice. We're trying to be nice, Nick.
There's loads of
I'm
them.
not used to being nice to Sunderland fans. See, living.
I don't mind.
Be a cunt to them.
It's half and half in my place.
Is it?
Oh,
Everyone in my work's a Macklin.
Oh God, I would hate that.
Honestly,
how do you put up with it?
I just call them all Saxa. Salty.
Makes for a great chat with fans, though. Exactly. That's why we do it. That's why we talk about the news, talk about potential rumours, talk about potential signings. It's because we enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you don't need to watch.
Over there paint you.
Would anyone like to see Caitlin's paint job?
Go on then. What you painting in the wall? I can see a lot of splotches. Caitlin, you missed a bit.
Undercoat. She's doing it undercoat at Prime.
Oh, right. Is it the undercoat?
Was that Pornhub on in the background?
Who gets killed?
Oh, no, that is a harsh one. Hey, Yorks, you've got rid of their owners as well, thank God, because he was a prick as well. Sunderland fans are just sewer. Oh man, we're never going to get a Sunderland fan on this show, are we? No, speaking with them both today, neither are linked with anyone. Well, I don't know who you are, but this guy, he actually speaks to them as well. So maybe he's just not telling you. I don't know.
Matty will be away.
I think so. And you definitely go out on loan. Definitely.
He's in the under 23s now, Matty.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Nick is getting a hiding after the stream. Yes, he is.
No doubt. I will covered in pain. I'll have to take the Newcastle top off first.
Yeah. You don't want to get that covered in paint. If all the viewers right now
standing there holding a paintbrush very menacingly.
If all the viewers, everyone who's watching, if you hit the thumbs up button, that would be amazing. It literally doesn't cost anything, so hit that thumbs up button. Nick will be in the doghouse. Yes, he will be.
I'll be out
now,
the house.
Caitlin, it's not Gallagher girls tonight. Shh. Let Nick have his turn. You're on every week. Right. That's been fun. I've enjoyed that. I really have. Apparently someone's going to be watching 1 hour ago, but I hope you're watching and I hope you've enjoyed it. Before we go, though, we're going to have a quick little talk about the stadium, Nick. Obviously, St James's Park is our spiritual home. It has been for God knows how long. Some people say it was built in 1892. I'm not sure it was. I think it was built earlier than that. But what's your thoughts on the ground? It's clearly not big enough. What's the solution in your eyes? What would you like to see happen?
I seen that thing on Twitter Caitlin showed us about where you knock down the bottom stands and then move the pitch and all that, the 8-point plan.
Yeah.
But I'd prefer that over, like, I heard someone go on about knocking down the stadium and my heart sank when I heard that, like building a temporary stadium somewhere else in Newcastle, one of these from fucking Abu Dhabi or wherever, where they built the go together quite quickly. I couldn't see St James's Park getting knocked down. It would break me heart.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because I mean, let's face it, if we want to be as big as Man City, big as PSG, big as Real Madrid, big as Barcelona, you've got to have a stadium that matches that ambition as well. And St James's Park, unfortunately, I don't think it'll ever hit that capacity. But
we don't want to lose who we are. Do you know what I mean?
You never do lose who you are, though. That's
home.
But St James, Newcastle United is the fans, though, not the stadium. This is the thing. So wherever we go, we take Newcastle with us. And I think a lot of people, again,
St James's Park is like a temple on the hill.
I know it is, but if it's not big enough,
that's why I'd rather them find some kind of way, bribe people, get them listed buildings knocked down, do
that's
something.
That's never going to happen.
They've got more money than God.
They have, but unfortunately, listed buildings are protected, and the only way they can move them.
Take a backhander. Away, look at the bloody government. I know Boris Johnson's not Prime Minister, but next Prime Minister off them a couple of $100 million.
It's a shame Ashley didn't own them, is it? Because they would have took it straight away, wouldn't they?
Oh, aye.
There's no way the houses can be knocked down. There is one way. There's one way it can be done. And it's if it's moved brick by brick and put up somewhere else exactly how it is now. So you've literally got to pick it up and move it. That would cost $1 billion, probably. And the owners aren't going to spend money to move bricks. They're not going to do it.
More money than God.
They're still a business. They're still, unfortunately, a business, remember, which is a bit of a shame. But I know what you're saying.
Well, I trained as a bricklayer years ago.
So you're going to... I love it. The thing is, though, back in 1994, 1995, we were trying to buy Leazes Park to buy a new stadium, to build a new stadium on. It was actually already in Sir John Hull's plans of building a new stadium, moving it. We were all right about it back then. Why aren't we all right about it now?
It's one of those, though, isn't it? Do you know I'd put in the same bracket as Liverpool here? Yeah. Because they've got heritage at their stadium as well. And is Anfield big enough? The St James is big enough. No, they're not. Both of them are. We could fill an 80,000-seater stadium at the minute.
But Liverpool still have potential to buy around them and build where we don't. That's the only problem.
I mean, number one, try to expand St James's, but I've just got a feeling in 4 or 5 years' time they're going to announce plans for a new stadium.
Yeah, I do as well. Mauro, what's your thoughts on it? Having a new home?
I think expansion would be better, and as Nick said, they have enough money, and they can hire smart people to find a way, rent somewhere that digging it in a bit could be a possibility, though subway may be a problem. I think they should first explore all possibilities to expand, and then maybe in 10 years' time we can build, in the meantime, bigger ones, if needed,
That is definitely not an option. We could fill our stadium 100 plus easy, I think so. Money talks. It doesn't when it comes to listed buildings, I'm afraid. Where do we play if we refurbish St James's Park? That's a very good question. We'd have to have a home while that's being ripped apart. It's an interesting one.
Nice.
How much more capacity do you think we would get with the new safe standing allowed in the new season? Again, not a lot, not enough.
No.
If we remember, it's got to be safe standing, and you've got to have breathing space. It'll almost be the same as having seats in there. Maybe you add an extra 25% potentially on that area. I don't know, but it's got to be safe. Otherwise, they'll just stop it straight away. If we could just drag the stadium back slightly into Leazes Park away from the listed buildings. None. Saw something of potential plans for a new stadium where the arena is now. I think that's not a bad idea. I mean, I'm with you, Nick, as well, though. I mean, I've loved St. James's Park. I've always gone there. I've always sat outside it when I haven't had a ticket when I was a kid. You know, St. James's Park is our home at the moment. I would hate us to move, but I see the bigger picture. That's the only thing with me now, because I've got to an age where, you know, I want to see other people enjoy it. You know, we need 100,000 seat stadium, if I'm honest with you. And St. James's Park's never going to double where it is to 100,000. It's not going to happen. And I think that's...
pick St. James's up by helicopter, move it somewhere, and then rebuild it.
See, that would work. I mean, there's no reason why they can't replicate it. There's no reason why they can't replicate St. James's Park and build it as one big circle. But let's just, I mean, it's one for the future anyway. It's never going to happen in the next couple of years. We are talking probably 5 years down the line, but I think it will happen eventually. Only thing I would say, at least they will tell us why they are moving rather than just do it. They would explore all options. Exactly. Also fill 80k when people moaning about £20 friendly prices. Not so sure. 65, 70, and hopefully at the current site. Honestly, we if we're playing Champions League football week in, week out, we're challenging for trophies. So a new stadium would sell 100,000 season tickets easily. In my eyes, it really would. Is the arena not moving? Could we not build there 100k plus, make it as big as you wish? Potentially. You add nothing, it's still one person per seat. You can just stand without a steward telling you to sit down. Over there you go then. I thought it might give you a little bit extra wiggle room for a couple of more people, but there we are. So yeah, that's the end of the show. Nick, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I'll come on again.
Such enthusiasm. Thank you so much.
Me back killing us off sitting here, not moving for an hour and a half.
I wouldn't care.
Go for a jog round the block.
You've got some painting to do now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, she's a painter.
You've got a few fists to dodge as well.
That's why I'm down for a jog round the block.
I love it. Yeah, get running, mate. Gary Morrow, as always, thanks for coming on. We'll be back Sunday night, I believe. We won't be because I'm on night shift Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So maybe we'll be back Monday night if he's free. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please consider becoming a member. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the donation button if you want to donate. It's been an absolute fantastic show. We'll definitely be doing this again. But please tune in on Sunday. What I'll probably do is do all this information in a little video and get that out because not everyone watches live shows. And maybe do everything in a little video for you with some stats and stuff about players. But until next time and until Monday night, everyone have a great weekend while I'm on night shift.
See you later.
Twats.
See you later.